Here in the I button and description box below, you will get complete playlist of discrete mathematics. Welcome to video number 10 of relation. Okay, in the relation playlist, you will get this video as video number 10. Okay, in this video, we are going to discuss two important topics, that is reflexive closure and symmetric closure. Okay, before I start this video, I would request you to subscribe to my channel, and if you learned something from my videos, then please hit the like button and do share the playlist of this chapter with your friends. Okay, in this way only you can support me. So let us start with this topic, that is reflexive closure. Okay, what is reflexive closure? Yes, if you add the elements of reflexive closure to any relation, then that relation becomes reflexive relation. Okay, yes, let's say you have a relation R, okay, and there are certain reflexive closure. Okay, there are certain pairs in reflexive closure, and if you add this element with this relation, the resultant that you will get is reflexive relation. Okay, yes, so here you will get the missing elements or missing pair that must be added to that relation so that the relation becomes reflexive relation. Let us see. Let's say you have a set, that is set A, whose elements are 1, 2 and 3. Okay, by this set we can find the self cross product of this set, that is A cross A. Yes, you can easily find. Okay, now after this, let's say you have any relation. Okay, let's say you have any relation, then in that relation these three elements has to be there. Okay, these three elements has to be there, and these all pairs are what? Diagonal pairs. Okay, these pairs, that is 1 1 2 2 3 3, these three pairs are my diagonal pairs. Here the set A, in set A we have three elements, so up to 3 3 we will take. Had this been comma 4, okay, had this been 4 elements, then we would have taken 4 comma 4 also. Okay, yes, here we have three elements, so we'll take the diagonal pair as 1 1 2 2 and 3 3. Fine. If any one of the elements is not present in the relation, then that relation is not reflexive relation. It means, yes, it doesn't matter apart from these three elements what else are present here, it doesn't matter. Okay, yes, there may be some non-diagonal pair also. Okay, but that doesn't matter, because if these three elements, these three pairs are present in that relation, then that relation is said to be reflexive relation. Okay, now if you apply operation, union operation between this and this, you will get the relation as reflexive relation. Okay, it doesn't matter whether this element is present in this relation or this element, this pair is present in this relation, because if you take union operation of between this and this, you will get this, this and this. Okay, once. Okay, so the resultant relation that we'll get after, yes, union operation between this and this is reflexive relation, and this, yes, this delta A, that is diagonal pair. Okay, this set of relation, this set of pair is known as set of reflexive closure. Okay, this set is known as set of reflexive closure. Okay, yes, now we'll come to the symmetric closure. Okay, yes, symmetric closure. Let's say you have a set, okay, set A, whose elements are 1 2 and 3. Okay, then we can find A cross A, that is self cross product of this set A. Then let's say you have been given one relation, that is R. Okay, it could be of any elements, okay, any number of pairs. Now in A cross A we have two type of pairs. First is diagonal pair and the second is non-diagonal pair. Okay, yes, diagonal pair are self-symmetric. Okay, we are studying about symmetric. Diagonal pair are self-symmetric. Here you can see A comma A. If A becomes 1, then this is 1 comma 1. If A is 2, then it is 2 comma 2. If A is 3, then it is 3 comma 3. So diagonal pairs are symmetric pairs. Okay, symmetric pairs. It means if the diagonal pairs are present in this relation, that is okay. If these are not present in the relation, that is also okay. Okay, it doesn't mean the presence of diagonal pair is mandatory in the case of symmetric relation. Okay, if this is present, it is okay. If it is not present here, that is also a part of symmetric relation. Okay, but if you take this case, that is non-diagonal pair, if you have this element, that is A comma A, this pair is present in that relation, then this pair has to be there. Okay, yes, because B comma A is the symmetric pair of A comma B. Okay, B comma A is the symmetric pair of A comma B. So both must be present in that relation. Let's say A equals to 2 and B equals to 3. Then here we have 2 comma 3. Then the symmetric pair would be 3 comma 2. So both 2 comma 3 and 3 comma 2 has to be there. Okay. So let's say A is 1 and B is 3. So here we have 3 comma 1. So we can say 3 comma 1 is the symmetric pair of 1 comma 3. So if this is R, then this becomes R inverse. Okay. Yes, if 1 comma 3 is R, then 3 comma 1 will be inverse of this relation. Okay. Yes. So this, okay, this B comma A or 3 comma 1 of this becomes R inverse, and R inverse is the symmetric closure. Okay. I hope that this part is clear to you. This part, if you add this part with this, the resultant will be symmetric relation. Okay. Yes. So finally we can say, if you use this operation, that is R union R inverse. Okay. If you add both, then the resultant would be symmetric relation. Okay. Thank you.